Alright, people, so I'm here with some post-Raw thoughts here on a live Periscope video here. What do we have moving forward here from Raw? Well, obviously we have the pay-per-view, Extreme Rules, and my thoughts here with the Extreme Rules thing is, why are they having a pay-per-view, 3 weeks after Payback? It's just, I don't know. It seems like they should move the pay-per-views to every 6 weeks, in my opinion, not every month. It just seems a little too little because they could never build properly to these pay-per-view matches. I mean, a lot of them just seem like typical Raw matches, but they just stick them on pay-per-views. So that's a problem there. But they really have to do a better job building to these pay-per-views, because a majority of the matches you sit through at these pay-per-views, you watch them, and you're like, what the fuck am I watching? I mean, you got like Kalisto versus Ryback. I mean, that's not a match you should pay to see. That's a match that, should be on fucking Superstars. But, I think if you went to 6 weeks, you might have a better, opportunity to build up the shows, or the matches, make them seem more important than what they are. Because 4 weeks, I mean, a lot of the matches that they make, you don't know that they're going to have the matches on these pay-per-views till like days or a week before, so they have no time to build up. So I think it might be a better, idea to have it 6 weeks in between and not 4 or even 8. I don't know. But all I know right now, the fact of the matter is, the current way they're doing it right now for building up the pay-per-views is a fucking disaster. So, I mean, you got AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns. It's an Extreme Rules match. I mean, the first match that they had, AJ Styles and Roman Reigns, did it really get anything done? I mean, not really. Because Roman Reigns won, and now they're just going to have another match. It's like we're right back to where we started, kind of, with these two. And you got the whole idea of the Bullet Club. I mean, they're still there. It's like they accomplished nothing. It's like they had a fucking match. Reigns won, and then, we're just going to have another match. I don't know. It just seemed like they didn't accomplish anything there. But, and again, I said this with Payback. You have the whole, what are they going to do with the Bullet Club? Is Finn Balor going to be there? So I guess you got some interesting shit, but until WWE comes through with something, you can't say, it's something good could happen. You just gotta wait and see with this company. Then you have the tag titles. I guess it's going to be the Vaudevillains, moving forward against the New Day. I don't really know how I feel about this, because just the tag division in WWE is so poorly put together. There's no legitimate tag teams. I mean, they just brought two tag teams up from NXT, and automatically they're like in the title picture because there's no other tag teams. I mean, you got the Dudleys, who suck, and then you got that's pretty much it. I mean, all the other tag teams are pretty much fucking around with other people. You got the Usos with Reigns now. You got Sin Cara and Kalisto with, they got the U.S. title feud. So there's basically two tag teams, and Enzo Amore's out, so that's not a tag team anymore. So you got basically two tag teams in this company. And I am not counting Goldust and Fandango and R-Truth and Tyler Breeze's legitimate tag teams. Just no. It's not a fucking tag team. But, so yeah, you basically got two tag teams now. So they got to get their shit together with that tag division. I mean, the New Day are entertaining and all. I think the Vaudevillains have talent in the ring. They've definitely shown that. But their gimmick is so fucking dumb. Oh, I want to return to the era of excellence in the 1900s. It's like, it's so fucking dumb. And they come out and it's like black and white. Ooh, the whirling dervish. What the fuck? What the fuck is a whirling dervish? It's the one guy has a weird fucking handlebar mustache. It looks just gay as fuck. It's just not a good gimmick. And then you got the Divas match again. It's Natalya versus Charlotte again. and they have, again, it's like with a tag team division. It's poorly put together. There's nobody there with any worth. You know, you could argue Charlotte has some worth since she's been champion for so long. But other than that, everybody else is basically a jobber in that division. I mean, Natalia, they fucking just, out of nowhere put her as the number one contender. She wasn't even on the product really before that. So you can't argue she's a legitimate, contender for that title. And everybody else is now a jobber. So that's a disaster. You got the IC title feud, um, which is going to be a fatal 4-way. I hope it's a ladder match. They should make it a ladder match. Make it exciting. Let's do. Obviously it takes no. You know, obviously, anybody with a brain could fucking see this product is not doing well. The ratings are going down. A lot of people are saying it sucks. So let's do something interesting. Let's have a fatal 4-way ladder match. Or is that too TV 14? Is that too hardcore for WWE? No, let's have a fucking ladder match, okay? Make it entertaining. Have some people go through tables, but they probably won't do that. Um, but I'm interested in that match. I gotta say, because you've got some good wrestlers in there like Cesaro, Owens, Zayn, and then you got the U.S. title feud, which is fucking boring as shit. You got two people with no personalities whatsoever. The one guy, Kalisto's under a mask, so he doesn't even talk. Then you got Rusev, who's fucking Russian or whatever the fuck, so he rarely talks. So you're not gonna have any fucking storyline between the two. It's just gonna be bullshit. No storyline whatsoever, and they're not hinting at putting any storyline together. It's just, on Raw you got Rusev versus fucking Sin Cara. It's like I could have put that fucking match together. It's like there's no thought put together into like when you're building up a pay per view match, you should have some intricate, well put, well thought out, storyline, an idea behind why two people are feuding. Or like in Rusev's case, he won the battle royal, so I mean, there's not really an idea. Well, create something, make something, make it entertaining. But again, that's why I was saying, it's a good idea. I think to have 6 weeks for your in between pay per views or longer, because then you could put together an intricate storyline. It's hard to build up an intricate storyline in in 4 weeks, or shorter in this case with 3. So, and it's even shorter in many cases because the matches aren't made till sometimes a week before, or it's not like all the matches are made like right after the pay per view ends. So you don't have much time to build up to these pay per views. So, but I mean, if you look at the pay per view, the pay per view matches, there's no intricate storylines. It's all boring. It's all, very bland, very ordinary. With there's nothing behind them. There's nothing behind them that makes you get interested in the story. I mean, if you look at Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho, I mean, fucking what happened? Jericho, you know, took over, or Ambrose took over Jericho's show, and then Jericho took it back. Ambrose cuts up a fucking coat. Cuts up Jericho's coat. It's like, it just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't, and then Jericho acts like he's all mad. It just, I don't know. It just feels childish. It doesn't get, it doesn't make you feel like, holy shit, he just did something, cutting edge or controversial. He cut up a jacket with scissors. It's not anything to get all worked up about. And the same thing with Rusev and Sin Cara, or Rusev and Kalisto. It's like, there's nothing behind that match that makes you get into that match. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it though with the post Raw thoughts. I mean, Raw was a disaster. It sucked, and I don't see anything good happening for this company really in the future. Maybe if somehow AJ Styles wins the belt, I'd be happy, but I really don't see Reigns losing the belt in his first. I guess this is his second title defense, but he's still facing the same person here. I really don't see Reigns losing the title. So I mean, we'll have to see with that. But I was disappointed in Raw. I thought it was a shit show, and I explained why. And like I think the video was like 19 minutes long on YouTube, so you could go check that out if you want. But I thought Raw sucked, and like I've been explaining now, I don't know how long this video is because it doesn't give me, I can't see the timer, but I've been talking for a decent amount of time here, and I've explained why I think Raw is gonna, not only Raw, but Raw in the upcoming content with WWE is going to suck in the future. They have no signs of really anything good to come. I mean, maybe with the Bullet Club there might be something interesting, but you know, like I said, you can't say, oh, there may be something good happening. You gotta wait until it happens, and then I'll be happy. So I gotta wait until that happens, and I haven't seen really anything good with the Bullet Club happen so far. Nothing really great or anything that makes me go, holy shit, that was good. So there you go, people. There's my post Raw thoughts.